Hi everyone, it's Leanne, and how are you all? I thought I'd come back and show you the Gorjuss Girl book. I finished it. I showed you on the other videos the start of page 1, 2, and 3 to give you an idea of how I was going to do it. And I finished it off camera because it takes a long time to film. So I'll just give you what I finished. And it's the front page is right there. The start of the book. It's sort of thick, as you can see, that way, as you can see. I've put a double thickness of a table runner on the back to give it some support. That seems to work well. So I have the first Gorjuss Girl picture on the front cover, and on the second and third page I went with a pocket and a picture. So there's the pocket, handmade flower. This here is, I don't know what sort of material it is, but it's just a piece that I threw in there for some interest and some colour. This lace around the whole edge of the whole book is a very vintage piece of lace. I have a lot of it, and I thought I'd use it on the book. Now, as you can see, this beautiful picture here of the Gorjuss Girl number 2 picture that I'd chosen, I put some gimp braid around it, or some Chinese braid around it. I went with the theme of black because of her beautiful brunette hair and her beautiful black stockings, black and white stockings. I put a bit of black to contrast it. These are pieces of denim for some sort of contrast to the whole thing. I do have a beautiful lemon piece of lace here that I made into a ribbon, what do you call that? Just a ribbon, and I put in another one of those little black pleats there with the same rose there as I put on there. Looks quite colourful. Don't be afraid to use colour. And on the other 2 pages I went with the pocket again, of course. Here's the pocket. Has a beautiful butterfly there. It's got some of this pink lace. I thought I'd throw it in for some frilliness. It did match the picture of some of the pink in this Gorjuss number 3 picture. I put some red trim around her because it highlighted the whole thing, and it worked out well. I've got an applique here with the acrylic pearl. I've made a handmade bow there, and I put it there with a beautiful cabbage patch, beautiful rose. And once again, it's got doilies around it. It's got the pink. It's got this beautiful vintage. It's like a lemony colour, but it's lighter. It's more muted than that. It's beautiful. Maybe a cream, maybe. And on the last 2 pages, I've gone with, again, a pocket page. There's a little heart. And I've put some beautiful flat back pearls there. Another beautiful runner, table runner, with that lovely vintage lace again. On this page, I call her Little Red Riding Hood. She's a gorgeous girl. I put another lemon, beautiful lemon lace. I mean, if you saw that face to face live, it is so lemon. It's so sweet. Went with another doily, a beautiful doily. Some denim behind there, and I just put this beautiful vintage lace around it. It's a funny colour. I don't even know what the colour is. The closest I can say is it's a light orange. I've gone with a little bit of, I don't know, patchwork there on the denim. Give it a bit of interest. an acrylic rose or cabbage rose, whatever it is, and that beautiful vintage lace again. Now, I put this on the back to make it look thick and solid, and it is, and there it is. So I hope you enjoyed that, those gorgeous girls, because they are so sweet, those pictures, don't you think? They're so gorgeous. And there's red riding hood on the back. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now, I've been up to a few things for myself personally. I made a case for my crochet. That's it, crochet. And I put it in this doily little thing with denim around it and some lace and that. So all my crochet tools are in there. But I made that for myself personally because I lost them. I couldn't find them, and I still haven't found them. I have moved from my granny flat up to the main house, as I said before, because my husband, sorry, not my husband, my son, youngest son, was living with his wife and children here, or her children here in the big house, and they split up after a long time together. So I gave up the granny flat, and my husband did too, for the kids. So my two sons, my middle son and my younger son, live there. My oldest son lives next door. But anyway, so I'm in this main house, and I have lost all my stuff. I did pack them down, and I put them in the garage, but I still can't find them, and I have to get my husband to do it. It's a bit hard for me logistically to get down there and do it. Anyway, I found half of them, and I made that for my crocheting hooks. I am doing a workshop soon called the Creative Workshop. It's with Shirley Panto, I think, in America. She'll be doing a junk journal workshop, and I'll be doing that for about, I think there's 4 sessions. And I'll be interested in that because I do like paper crafts. I do like working in junk journals or material fabric journals like this, ones like this. I do, and I just want to learn a little bit more because you need to keep exercising the brain, getting more creative. Every time you do something, even if it's a failure, keep doing it because it still adds to the creativity of your brain, exercising it and getting better. Now I'm also doing this. Just move that out of the way. Now this is a bag. It's going to be a bag. Now this is baby wool. This here is baby wool. Now that baby wool, I have tons of it. I bought it once. Now when I moved up to the old house again, as I said, I found a whole container full of this wool. Now I did buy it. It was very expensive. I think I got it from America. But anyway, I have been knitting this bag on, crocheting this bag from Hectagonal, I think. The YouTube channel Hectagonal01 or something like that. But Hectagonal. And she's got a very easy pattern there for a bag. Now, I've done the top there, as you can see, and I'm waiting for some handles to come in the mail, and you tie that around, or you sew that around the handle, like that. Now you can make it as long as you like. I thought I'd make this into a sort of a baby bag. You can take out, because it's baby wool, it's very thick. I thought you could make it a little bit longer and you could put a couple of nappies in it, face washer, wet wipes, baby wipes, just in the car or something like that. If you want something prettier to put it into instead of those commercial big bags. And I think you could use it for that. You could use it for yourself. I mean, if you don't mind those colours, of course. Those colours are quite nice. They are quite shabby chic colours. But I'll see how that goes, and when I finish, this is a really big hook. I think it's a 7. I think she said 6.5, but I only had 7. So it's still turning out alright, and this is very, very thick. Not the easiest of wool to work with, but it's so beautiful and soft. Anyway, I'm going to finish that, and I'll show you what I'm up to when I get close. And that's what I was been doing in my spare time. I also have some stuff I got on eBay. Just a moment, I'll just get them. Now, here they are. Yeah, I got these on eBay in bulk. Someone was selling them $10 a bag. And they're full of lace. I better put them on the floor again. I've got no room on my desk. I'll start with this bag. I'll just show you a little bit of what I got in a bag for $10. Lots and lots and lots of laces. Beautiful laces. There's a lot of vintage laces in here. Look at this pretty one. It's a nice, beautiful brown colour. There is some vintage laces in here. Very nice vintage laces. Let me see if I can see one. Now this is nice. I like this one. This one here is quite nice. It's beautiful and it's white. But to me, I think that's a vintage lace. It's very, very nice. It's only about 1 centimetre wide. There's some bits and pieces. But anyway, they were $10 a bag, and I thought that was a steal. I have bought many things from this lady online. She does have second-hand crafting materials that I buy from her, and I've bought a lot over the last couple of months. Let me just give you one more look at another bag. Let's see if I can find some beautiful vintage lace. Look at this one. This one here has got many laces too. There's some vintage, there's some pieces. Have a look at this one. This one looks vintage to me. It's been cut off something, but it's very vintage. Lovely, lovely. I don't know what you would, maybe they used this for bias binding years ago, but it's just a thread of material, centimetre wide, some red roses on it. Looks vintage to me. Yeah, look at this one. Now this one here, it looks very vintage. It looks extremely old to me. It's very, very fine, very soft. It's a sort of a peachy colour, I'd say, maybe, or beige. Beige, yeah, more of a beige. It's very beautiful. I've got lots of that. So I got 4 bags of that, $10 a bag. I did pay $40, yes. Oops, I spent $40. You can't take it with you, you know. So you may as well spend your money whilst you're alive. Anyway, that's 4 bags. Let's see what was in this one. And anyway, as you can see, heaps and heaps of laces. I spent a whole day winding them up. They were all just in a bag. That's a very beautiful one too, that one on the end. Small little lace, beautiful. The last bag Another haul. Lots and lots. Now, see, this is very vintage. I don't know. I would say that that's about 1/2 centimetre. It's a beautiful pink colour. And it's very, very dainty. Very soft. Look at this one. It's more of a peachy colour. Pinky colour. No, it's pink. It is stunning. Got heaps of that. Have a look at this one too. This one's very, very delicate. Very, very soft. Tulle. Very soft. And it's got a little edging, about 1 centimetre I'd say. It is very, very soft and delicate. Only a little bit of that. Have to be on a special project to use that. Plenty of laces, as I said. Look. Oops, I dropped one. But plenty and plenty of laces and trims and all sorts of things. I really enjoyed going through that bag. Don't you just love going through little goodies like that? Anyway, that's what I've been up to in my spare time. I hope you like that gorgeous book, girl book. Michelle Pipeling was doing that online. I thought I'll give that a go. It's quite sweet. I have finished that now. I'm onto that bag. And I'm also going to have a new project very soon that I'll show you and let you know. If you've got any ideas that you want me to try something for you, please don't hesitate to write and let me know, because if you'd like to see me do something, I'm quite happy to do that. I'll give it a go. As I said, I'll give it a go at anything. I'm quite happy to do anything, to have a try. I'm not that artistic, but I do like to have a go. And I do like to make stuff for myself that's practical and you can use. Like my needle case, I really love that. I use that all the time. It's quite pretty. It's homey. I love my roses. And I made that and I use it all the time. Now that folds down neatly and packs down neatly, just close by so I can grab it when I need to. I also got some new cottons. These are the ones that I use to sew with, you know, stitches. It's a beading cotton. Let me just read it to you. It's Thread Art Pearl Cotton 8. That's what it is. I think these are $4. They're quite expensive, but the cotton is beautiful. The cotton is so strong. I bought a whole bunch of them. You get different colours. I got them off eBay. They're quite really nice to sew with. Beautiful. I love them. And I've never loved cotton before, but I do love them. I keep them in a Avon bag because I do Avon. I buy Avon. I buy them when they've got their specials on and all that. Like I've got this one here. It matches this one here. These are good for putting in, you know, I've got scraps in those ones at the moment. Little bits and pieces that I might pull out and reuse. I have got other ones, more of these, that I use for things, that I put things in. They're very easy. I even take these and I put my medication in my handbag, so my medication's not floating around in my bag. I use these. I have a big one actually where I put some of my medication in, and then I put that in my handbag, and then you've got all your medication in one thing in your bag. They're very handy, very, very handy. Even if you had a baby, I used to use a pencil case for all my medication, but then I had these from Avon in a box, and I thought, oh, I better use them. So I have used them in my sewing, for my sewing, and I've used them in my handbag. I have one of these in my handbag with all my medication in. These are good for little first aid kits. You could make a first aid kit out of this. Put it all in a little zipper bag or pencil case, and you put it in your bag or put it in the car when you're travelling. You know, one of the things of travelling is you want to be prepared for everything in case of an accident or someone cuts their finger or scrapes their knee. You've got band-aids, things and that, and you just throw this in the glove box or throw it on the floor even. Throw it in the back. As long as you've got something that's is usable, practical, this is a good idea. Put all your medication in, or first aid, or your knitting, or your sewing as you're travelling. So it's quite good. So that was just a tip that I do. You don't have to follow it. It's just a tip, what I do with my stuff. But anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye now.